Hello and welcome to the revamped, revitalized, remixed free beer with your new host Rory, and I'm here with a very special guest, Geechi Gotti.
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on with y'all, man, out there?
So you're from LA, born and raised.
Yeah. Compton, California. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, most definitely LA County.
Okay, so I have a very important question.
Okay.
And if it's too personal, feel free to flag it off.
Let's get it.
What I need good places to eat. I just moved here, so like, what's the best place to eat?
I mean, I know typical people kind of always say what Roscoe's and chicken and waffles or whatnot, but I don't know. Me personally, man, different stuff, man. Off of Slauson, I think they got Mama's Chicken or something, Fred's Burgers. You know what I'm saying? Out in Compton, close to me, we go to Columbia Burger. I took Louise there at the art battle. Yeah. And he loved it. He hit me the other day on YouTube, like, yeah, man. Not on YouTube. I'm tripping on Facebook. Like, man, like, send me some of that from Columbia Burger. You know what I'm saying? So,
he landed on his flight. And he was still thinking about it. It's gotta be pretty good.
I like those little mom and pop spots. But as far as like the popular spots, yeah, man. M&M soul food and stuff like that, you feel me? But yeah, I'm kind of like, I like soul food and hot wings, so that's all I'm gonna say anytime, man. Wingstop, I'm straight with that. You feel me? The real.
Yeah. So you got a battle coming up on Saturday.
Got a battle on Saturday, against Diesel, man.
Yeah.
Short notice. The name of the card is short notice. It's actually short notice too, because I didn't even, this event, none of this was even put together. Like right after I battled the Source, my guy Kevin Parks, man, who kind of owns the league, the Riot, we were just talking, like, man, you finna go in on 22nd, yo, like, we need to try to put a card together, just, just get you one more battle or something, man. I'm like, man, let's do it, let's set something up, man. You know what I'm saying, short notice, I ain't tripping. I probably could do a round or something, you feel me, make it happen. And we set that up. He reached out to Diesel, you know what I mean? So it was like he was with it. So yeah, we trying to get it in for the culture one time.
Yeah, and what league is that?
The Riot.
The Riot? Yeah, so make sure you check that out.
Check that out, man.
Yeah, and you're good on short notice. I know this from personal experience because we've had a correspondence before. I was working with Kyle setting up one of the last bunker event that happened.
Yeah, the same battle.
Yeah, and I was the one who hit Geechi up. And I remember something he said to me was just like, just tell me and I'll figure this shit out. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, straight. Man.
Yeah, and I remember the day of the battle, you were running late a little bit. Yeah, you're held up in traffic.
Straight up.
Yeah, because I was getting a little worried because that was the battle that I was most excited to like see. And so I was just like, man, if traffic fucks this up,
yeah, it's gonna be over, man. I kind of was telling him about that too. It was traffic and the fact that I literally fell asleep like right before, like I was up all night like trying to prep for the battle because I waited so late. So I'm trying to cram 3 rounds in like a day. So I finally fell asleep. Man, I woke up. I told my girl, like, man, yeah, the battle started like 3. Just tap me like 2:30. I get up, start heading out there, man. Like she fell asleep too. We wake up. It's like 5:30. I'm like, oh man, we got to go. Like I got to get up out of here, man. They already started. They hitting me. You feel me? So then once I got in the car, like we get to rolling, it still was kind of traffic too. So it was like a little bit of both. Me kind of just, but it worked out to me the way, you know what I'm saying? Like probably the best way possible, being that I got there late and then it was like a crowd there and I probably had a bigger audience on me by then too.
Yeah,
so,
you kind of failed upwards there.
Yeah, kind of fell in the right way though. So that was dope.
So was that a roundabout way of saying you were sleeping on him a little bit?
Yeah, I was sleeping on you, Saint. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really taking you serious, bro. Nah, that's my guy, man.
I remember after the battle, you had just like absolutely shut the place down. Yeah. And I went and like dapped you up because I was like, that was fucking amazing. And the first thing he said was like, dude, I'm so sorry I was late.
Yeah, straight up. Real
I was like, oh, this is a cool dude. Like after like absolutely annihilating that event.
Yeah, nah, I'm definitely humble, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just part of my character. You know what I'm saying? Like humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying? So and I appreciate the opportunities too that I be getting. So definitely, man, I wanted to be there on time, you feel me? Because I know how much important it is too though for these events, how they run on tight schedule, man. Sometimes buildings got to be out the building at a certain time, cameras and all that. So I understand that just from being a businessman myself and having stuff going on that I be knowing that, man, when you run a tight schedule, you be trying to get stuff done, you know what I mean? So yeah, most definitely, man, I appreciated it.
So when you first started battling, Did you battle thinking like I'm gonna climb up the ranks of these King of the Dot and URL, or was it just kind of like battling to battle?
I was just battling to battle, man. When I first started battling, I started just doing it because one of my other partners was battling, and he was repping our crew, and like he had some good battles, but then he had some bad battles. So I'm like, man, let me get in this, man. And
you should have said this, man.
Yeah, you feel me? I'm like, exactly. Like, let me show him like that we can do this over here. So I basically did the first one. My very first battle, it's not even on camera, man. They probably don't even got the footage or nothing. But my boy KP, Kevin Parks, like I say, he hit us up and was like, yo, these dudes want to battle, man. The winner, we get y'all $100. Whoever win, get $100 or something. We at the house chilling. Me and my partner like, man, should we come out there and battle like for $100? We ain't got to put it up. Winner, just get it. Like, we ain't even tripping. Freestyle, though. Like, went out there and met up in the alley with the camera, started rapping. Boy, we won. They gave us the money. We left. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, man, y'all should really do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was tight. Yeah. So we stayed with it ever since then. You know what I'm saying? Like, really was just doing it, like, just on the humbug, trying to get a quick 100 to keep it real.
Around then, was that like when URL and King of the Dot was all happening? Were you like aware of any of that, or was it just?
No, that was just before it on the real. I was on the riot actually, and like with the so like okay, that happened. I did a few battles like up and coming like on the riot and A-Hatch. You know what I'm saying? Before I got to King of the Dot and URL. So like at the time, I never really even saw myself trying to go all the way up there like that. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the A-Hats and stuff like that, I kind of was just sticking with just battling locally, like, you know what I mean? Because I do music too, so to me it was just like, it's just something to keep some extra views going while I'm rapping. You know what I'm saying? A battle drop in the mix of me doing a song or something, finna drop a video, that's just extra publicity. So like, I never really looked at it.
If I have a bar with my mixtape title in it, so be it.
Let's get it, you feel me? Like, I wasn't even thinking about nothing like that. So when the opportunity came, like, heck yeah, that was dope to me.
It seems like you kind of still have that mentality because you battle a lot. Yeah. Like it's not just like you're not just battling Av and then waiting 3 months. You kind of just go right back into it.
Yeah, straight up, man. Like, I try to stay active. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody want to battle and they got whatever it takes to make the battle happen, like, I'm with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me get it in there, let's go. You feel me? Sometimes I'll try to sit back on one or two, depending on who's the opponent that's upcoming. Like, if I want to for sure make sure I come with my best material, like, I don't want to just, like, you know, sometimes you got back to back, you be like, all right, I'm gonna get him this. I'm gonna have to. He gonna have to miss like 2 or 3 good lines, and he gonna get the other 3 good lines. So like, that's me personally. Some people probably can give him all of it, but I'll be at the house looking at stuff like, nah, I'm straight. He ain't getting that. You feel me? Like, so yeah. So those definitely. Man, I try to battle as much as possible. Tech 9, yeah, exactly. You feel me? Smoke him. What's up? But nah, I'm definitely trying to stay active though, man, because I know how it is to get forgotten about battles. So many battlers, man, like 1,000, 100 of them, 100 million of them or something out here. You feel me? Every time you turn around, it's a new battler coming out. So like, if you ain't active, they'll forget about you for real, for real.
Yeah, that's true. Because there's like 2 strains of thought where it's like you battle and then you kind of go into the background a little bit, and then people like clamor for your return and all like that.
Yeah, like what happened to him? He was nice at one point in time. He used to be winning.
What the fuck happened? I think that's like a good thing to do if you have a terrible battle. Yeah. Then you got to fall off for a minute. And then come back a year and it's like, oh yeah, that guy was good. That guy was good. I forgot about that. When he was last time, they smoked him, but 2 battles before that, he was winning. Exactly. But just like especially the way content exists nowadays, just like in general YouTube and everything like that, everything's about like constant straight up content. You just got to like keep your name
you got to keep it out there. You just got to keep it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because people is always on YouTube and on these different little internet sites like looking for new content, you know what I mean? They just search people's names and just seeing what pop up sometime, like, and you end up seeing this like, oh, I didn't know he battled this person, or I didn't know he had an interview right here, I didn't know he did a song with this dude. Like, so yeah, you just, the most active you can stay, man. The best thing I can say for anybody that's doing anything musically or something, man, just continue at it, you know what I mean? Like, the quicker you stay at it, the quicker you gonna rise, you know what I'm saying? You get to falling off or giving up, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, it's always somebody else working as hard, so it's easier for them to get that spot that you want, you feel me? So yeah, definitely with that work.
Yeah, and you've had some music videos and everything on Ruin Your Day.
Yeah, most definitely. Shout out Alvo, man. You know what I'm saying? Got some dope videos on here, man.
Behind the camera right now.
Yeah, man. Holding it down, you dig?
But I that was my introduction to your music and everything. Okay. But I mean, from what you just said before, I mean, that's something you've been doing forever, right?
Yeah. Been doing it, man, since we was like, since I was at least a kid. I've been rapping, but like first recorded a song I'm probably like in high school, you know what I'm saying? My homeboy Ethy had the microphone and all that set up in his closet, you know what I'm saying? We come home from school and rap up in there. Then when I moved and when to be at the house and couldn't get away to his house, I call over the phone and record, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, really?
Like that, and then we'll play it at school, like, man, this what you did last night, that came out dope, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the fuck did you guys do?
Yeah, we was doing it. We had it cracking, man, you feel me? So that's like 13, you know what I mean, 12, 13, 14 years old, you know what I'm saying? We was doing that, so stuck with it, and as time went on, you know what I mean, just tried to keep it going, and as I got older now, I started seeing, you know what I'm saying, like learning different ways to put out the music, you know what I'm saying? Back then, we didn't really know. We did so many songs and never put them out. Nobody heard it. So, you know what I'm saying? Now it's more about getting it out there, you know what I'm saying? Getting the content out there, shooting videos to it, or getting it on SoundCloud and iTunes, different stuff like that. Yeah, it's dope, though.
Who like influenced when you first started making it? Like, who were you trying to sound like? Because I feel like whenever I hear a story about rappers first starting out, it's just like, dude, I was just listening to fucking T.I. and trying to be like T.I., man.
I always felt like I had my own style, don't get me wrong, because like I say, I really literally remember writing raps and all that as a kid, though, like without my mama and them even knowing, like just writing a rap, you know what I'm saying, and flowing it. But when I started listening to music, I was young. I listened to Pac and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I was born in the 80s. I was born in 88, so I was still about 7, 8 when he died, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to remember them songs as a kid.
Yeah, so that was an actual thing for
exactly.
you. Like...
I can actually remember those things when you feel me, when he passed, that was something to me, like, oh, Pac, y'all killed Pac, what happened? I miss you, man, come back, bro.
Bitch, what? My whole clique band up. Don't even talk about dough if you ain't got your cash up. I heard your baby daddy wearing fake chains. In the jails, head down, turning down face. You niggas really lame, fucking up the game. And you ain't got no reps, so why the fuck you even bang? You niggas hanging out but you ain't strapped up. Knock him down, bet you he ain't getting back up. Summertime, niggas getting killed now. It's too hot out here, we can't chill out, huh? Niggas don't play them games no more. 200 shots, make sure that they don't hang no more. 10 straps, all up in the Audi truck. We in this bitch turned up like a party bus. Head buster, shoot a nigga for show. Them niggas never use their gun, they got them bitches for show.
Yeah, but I was listening to him, but my first CD I ever bought was Block Is High by Lil Wayne. You feel me?
Oh, really?
First CD I ever bought, you know what I'm saying? So I remember going home and playing that every night. I was to go to sleep and just had that playing and wake up in the morning and got the whole song and the whole album in my head, you know what I'm saying? Loud pipes, big rims and all that, you feel me? So I used to be listening to Lil Wayne. I was heavy off the Hot Boys.
Your dreams must have been like really stunning.
Crazy, everything, you know what I'm saying? #1 stunner. When I wake up, I'm feeling like Birdman, you know what I'm saying? So it was crazy.
It's a great way to start a morning, feeling like Birdman.
So yeah, I was heavily influenced by Cash Money. Like a lot of South rappers influenced me actually, because I used to listen to Project Pat and 3 6 Mafia, you know what I'm saying? So like I listen to a lot of South rappers, but as far as like West Coast influences, like I kind of listen to Too Short and Sugar Free and Quick and Dre and all them, but I really was into like the Hot Boys and 3 6 Mafias and stuff like that coming up, yeah.
What are you trying to, like when you go to write a song, what are you trying to accomplish?
It depends on the mood. If I'm going in, sometimes I might have a day where I'm trying to make a song, like I got a song called Blue Sky, so
Kyle actually played me that one. That was fucking
thank
awesome.
you. I appreciate that, man. Like on a song like that, when I'm in there, I'm just trying to provoke thought of like, you know, like just how it could be like I'm trying to get people in a smooth mind frame, but take them like through a journey of like what goes on and how it be sometimes for people in the inner city. You dig what I'm saying? So like a song like that, like, you know, just talking about the struggle, you feel me, how you can overcome it and how it looks from my point of view. Then I might get in there like with the Out on Bail. That was just like me just like, man, I'm out. I'm glad to be out. Let me just, you know what I'm saying? Let me just talk my shit real quick. You feel me? Let me just, you feel me? It's good to be out, free, like being able to move your arms and stretch like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go on and talk this, man, real fast. So, nigga.
Bitch, I look like a lick. Chain cost a brick, had a Benz, then I sold it. I got tired of that shit. Crackers tried to give me 12. Said that's the deal. I got cash, I'm billing out for anything under a meal. Fuck how a nigga feel. Blow bands like a whistle. Draco in the cut, that shit sound like a missile. Bitch, you broken, that's sad. Probably need some tissue, and I don't fuck with them niggas who scared to hold the pistol.
It just depends on the mood. Got different ways I try to attack the beat, you know what I'm saying? But definitely I'm always trying to make sure no matter what the song type is, I want people to enjoy it though. I don't want them to think it's whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what. So I'm gonna make sure I bring my best every time.
It's kind of cool because I feel like what you're saying about your music bleeds into your battles pretty easily.
Okay, that's a fact.
Especially because I mean, like you're known as like with your third rounds, and even like sprinkled out through all the rounds, but like your third rounds especially. You're really talking more, like real life imagery, real kind of that kind of thing.
I think that's what kind of got me more notoriety. You know what I'm saying? Because it sticks out. You know, a lot of people do it. But I did it like battle after battle after battle. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they might do it one battle and then like you don't see them like talk like that again. But like I consistently brung that, like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of be waiting for it now. Like, oh man, I know in that third he might say something, you know what I'm saying? And I can feel. So, and it be tough for me sometimes. I'm like, man, I don't feel like writing like this right now, man. But I know like,
I just want to shoot this dude in the face, man.
Let me just give him some punchlines real quick. I'm like, nah, man, it's for the fans and the supporters that been fucking with it. Like, nah, I try to make it my, you know what I mean, my goal to write something about it like that in the third to keep it kind of consistent. Even if I don't do the whole round like that, I still try to put a line or two.
Do you think it's important for battle rappers to have like a thing, like something that they're really known for? You know, like Torx got strapped in, and like Verb's got Showtime. And so, is that important? Because I feel like nowadays, especially like what we were talking about before, where you have to like keep your name in people's minds and stuff like that, having something like that attached to it.
I don't know. I think it is though, as far as like it's important because of the fact that, like when I said earlier, we got a lot of battle rappers. You know what I'm saying? It's just like in music. You know what I'm saying? Where when it's oversaturated, you got to kind of do something to stick out. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody is rapping about the same thing, but this person is rapping about the same thing, plus you know him for always saying this one word, you're gonna be like, well, he say that, but he don't. None of them say that but him. So that's my dude. I kind of remember. You're gonna remember. He gonna stick out. So in a way, it is because, like you say, look at it. Somebody like Twerk, he's moved up fast. He's strapped in, catches and captivate the crowds. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that rap just as good maybe, but at the same time, here's the way he's doing it and adding that with it. You got the fans, like bringing the fans in. Once he brings strapped in out, now they feel engaged into it. You know what I'm saying? When Verb do his Showtime, the crowd feels like they with it too. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of important. You feel me? It's not all the way important because if you good, you can kind of do without it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Lux necessarily has a thing. You know what I'm saying? He kind of does his own.
Yeah, Lux is just like
he just do what it. So you don't need it, but for some it kind of helps though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like a delicate line to not cross to just become a gimmick.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Because you can, if you go back like a few years, you can see a lot of battlers like trying out slogans,
and then it just
like trying it, and then it just didn't work at all.
Yeah, straight up. Like, no, go back, man, go back home, dog. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Battle's over.
Battle's over.
No one said
nobody
the.
Said it. Nobody remembered it. Well, we lost, Obi.
That's an auto L right there. So if you try to say a slogan, no one says it with you.
Yeah, that's an automatic loss. That's a fact.
I mean, it's got to feel rough.
Yeah,
it's got to feel rough. When did you? At what point? Because I feel like at the point you're at now, you're pretty well known. You got a lot of buzz going on. At what point did it like click in your head where you're like, oh shit, like I got something here. You know?
It probably would have to been the bunker battle though, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? For the fact that was on my first time ever being like streamed on like a pay-per-view during a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like I done had battles with certain people in the building that's heavy in the culture, or I battled bigger names probably before saying at that time. You know what I'm saying? But I think that platform and everything for that moment, it was so big, and the names that was on there, like A-Verb, Thesaurus, you know what I'm saying, Cortez and B-Dot, so people was paying attention to the card already, you feel me? So for me to stand out on the card like that, it kind of gave me that notoriety, you know what I'm saying? People blogged about it and talked about it, like, yo, who was Geechi? Like, I don't know who that was, you know what I'm saying? Like, where did dude come from? Like, what was that like, you feel me? He just came up in here and just held everybody hostage real quick, like, man, let me see who that is. Yeah. So I feel like that moment right there is when it finally like hit, and it to me it clicked right there too. So it's like damn, like they really was fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like to get that crowd reaction, and you know what I'm saying, to get all that, because like I say, I've been doing it, and I felt I was dope, but at the same time, I still didn't have that mainstream type of push as far as battle rap go. You feel me? So after that one, it felt like everybody kind of like took notice. Like, let me check him out. Let me go back to his old battles. You know what I'm saying? Let me see where he came from. So yeah, I would say that's probably the turning point right there.
Did that change the way you approached the whole sport and everything?
Yeah, I would say that too, because I had started doing my third round thing before then, but like after that one, I felt like right then is where I'm like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? This is I'm gonna have to keep it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can feel it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't just for me. Like, this is appealing to the whole demographic, a whole crowd of people that's asking for this. You know what I'm saying? Because there was so many people coming up to me after that, like, man, that was crazy. That was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if they liked it the first 2 rounds, the third stuck out to them. So it kind of helped me with my writing process too. Like, you know what? This ain't, because sometimes, you know, when you get to battle rap and people be like, man, I don't want to hear all that talking to them or all that real shit, man, that ain't battling. But to see that it was on pay-per-view and everybody in the building received it, it's like, man, I don't know what 10% motherfuckers saying they don't fuck with it. These other 90, they fucked with it, so I'm keeping it, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely kept me utilizing and interpreting that in my material, for sure.
What was the last movie you watched?
Oh, man, y'all gonna trip on the real, man.
Let's go.
This crazy. The last movie I watched was Harry Potter, The Goblet of Fire.
Oh, shit.
Right, but the cold part is I'm watching, that shit was on, we got Fire Stick at the house, and they got on, I think on HBO, they end up having like all of them, so this whole week I've been watching them from one. I'm trying to get to the last. I seen them all, but like I'm trying to get my girl into it. She like, man, I'm like, this tight.
That's fucking awesome.
Like,
yeah, dude, I grew up on Harry Potter. That was like
man,
my,
I fucks with it,
my
man.
shit.
Yeah, man, I can't stand my boy Malfoy now, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand them. You feel me? None of them. I didn't like Snape at
Malfoy
first
was on some bullshit throughout the whole series. Yeah,
the whole shit. I'm like, come on, why you tripping? What is you doing, Malfoy? What's up with you, man? You tripping? Potter the dude, man. Yeah,
that movie is one of my favorite ones because that was around the time they switched Dumbledores. Yeah, there used to be like,
it was an older kind of dude or something, was it?
Yeah, like
he looked a little different. He did look a little different.
In the first couple, I think the first one died.
Damn.
And then they had to replace, or he either died or could not act anymore.
Damn.
And so they got a new one in. And the new one was way worse.
Way worse.
And there's a scene in it where they just found out that Harry put his name into the Goblet of Fire.
I remember that.
And in the movie, like the guy comes over and
like kind of like, did you put it? Yeah. I just seen that last night. I was laughing like, why he tripping so hard?
And then if you look in the book, he says it like explicitly. It says, and Dumbledore asked him very calmly, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Everything is a conspiracy theory. I protest. Harry. I protest. Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? No, sir.
So, he wasn't calm at all. He shook him like he was crazy, man. So, the Goblet of Fire, that's what I'm on. So, the next one is, I think, the Order of the Phoenix. I'm on. So, I'm watching that tonight.
Well, what's your favorite one?
To be honest, man, my favorite one, I want to say it might be, excuse me with that, man. I don't know, because it ain't the Goblet of Fire. I like the Goblet of Fire, but that ain't my favorite one.
It was solid.
It was solid, but then to me, that was like when they kind of first got to that age, and they was kind of making a lot of funny, jokey kind of too in that one. You know what I'm saying? A lot of jokes and shit, but I liked it. If it ain't the first one, because I like the last one too. Of course, the way it ended, that might probably be my first one, the little Deathly Hallows. But it would either be the first one or the Prisoner of the Azkaban. Man, I liked that one. Man, I liked that whole storyline with that one. You feel
that one? That's the best director that they had.
Yeah,
I
liked
Alfonso
that one.
Cuarón.
I liked that one. Man, that one was dope.
Who's your favorite character in Harry Potter? I'm gonna extract all the Harry Potter information.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it, man. On the real, man. I know they're gonna be like, man, I know this gang niggas watching Harry Potter. Yeah, man, I'm watching Harry Potter, man. What you talking about? I'm right there watching that last night. I
hope it's mostly them disagreeing with your Harry Potter opinions.
Yeah, they probably like, man.
No, Malfoy was dope, man. Like,
let me see. My favorite character though on the real was Hagrid, man. The big dude. I liked Hagrid, man. I liked him, man. He always had Harry back.
That's true.
You feel what I'm saying?
He never had like a negative moment.
Nah, he did. Nah, he was 100.
He was like with it.
He was, and I kind of fucked with the old dude with the fucked up eye when he came.
Mad-Eye Moody.
That was the dude who came in Goblet of Fire. You feel me? That was his first time being in the series for me, so I liked his character too. But for sure, Harry though. Harry probably my favorite.
Yeah, Harry's probably the best. I have to ask: have you taken a quiz to see what house in Gryffindor or in Hogwarts that you are in? Or do you just have a general feeling of what house you would be in?
I'm Gryffindor, man.
You're Gryffindor through and through?
Yeah, I might be Gryffindor. I might be Slytherin, though.
Oh, shit.
I might be Slytherin, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta wait and see.
How do you find out? I need a way, man. Teach me the way. I need to know, man. I need to take a quiz.
I think you have to look into your heart.
Yeah, okay.
And just
I'm going
see
Gryffindor, man. I think I'm gonna ride with them, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to play a game of Quidditch one day, man. So if there's anybody out there, man, you know what I'm saying, that know where I can play some Quidditch, man, hit me up, man.
There's some college leagues.
Yeah, they got some college Quidditch league.
Like,
Oh, that's crazy. That's dope. That's dope, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly, literally, it's funny that you asked me that because my girl literally just was not feeling the movies like it.
She didn't like it?
She was like, man, I'm really in there.
So she's Slytherin, obviously.
Yeah, she's Slytherin. She wasn't feeling it. I'm really right there. Like, look, man, this is dope, man. I'm watching this. I ain't going to sleep till it go off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I got it ready to go home. Now I'm on the Order of the Phoenix when I get home, man. I got to finish it out.
Yeah, because there's some great Voldemort shit in that movie, too.
Yeah, Voldemort. He might be my favorite character, too. Like, for some reason, I still got to go with the evil.
You can't just say
he might be, though, because I like Voldemort, too. Even though he's bad, it's like, come on, he persistent. You know what I'm saying? He's persistent. He keep coming. He keep coming back.
Yeah, he has something in his mind, and he's gonna go for it, and he's never gonna stop, even if he dies 8 times.
You feel me? You can't hate on somebody like that, man.
Exactly.
For real.
Okay, so the last movie you watched was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You watching TV? There's so many TV shows out now.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I'll be on the Fire Stick, so I'll be catching up on old stuff. We was watching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I watched Breaking Bad. Sometimes I watch Shameless. You feel what I'm saying? And if usually I'm watching sports though. Like if I do watch TV, I'm sports centered out. You know?
Are you all LA teams?
Nah, nope.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. Nah. Yeah,
you're a Packers fan.
I'm a Packers fan in football, man. I'm mad we didn't make it to the
that was a rough
playoffs,
season.
Man.
Yeah,
man. My boy Aaron was hurt. If he was healthy, we'd have made it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm a Packers fan with football. Basketball, I'm gonna confess, I never really was a big team on basketball. Like I always was a fan of the players. So when I was a kid,
basketball's a really like player-centric sport.
So when I was a kid, I was a Bulls fan because Jordan was my favorite player. Then once he retired, I was Iverson. So the Sixers was my team. Iverson was my favorite player. Then once he started, you know what I mean, dwelling out a little bit, I kind of rocked with Kobe for the Lakers for a little minute because I'm gonna rock with him. So right now my team is the Rockets, man. I like James Harden. So right now I'm going with Harden, and I fuck with the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Because Curry, you feel me? But the Rockets is the team because like James Harden right now, I think he kind of the player that I watch the most. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, we have some tension now because I'm a Celtics fan.
Oh, word.
And it sounds like you were a Kobe fan during the years that he was.
When he was whooping on Garnett and them, man.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but you good right now, though,
the second time he did. The second time he beat us. The first
time
we got him.
Yeah. But you straight now. Y'all got Kyrie. Y'all been having a good year.
Yeah.
Y'all been having a pretty good year.
And
we got
surprisingly. Jason Tatum is absolutely 19 years old.
And he's fire. He's good.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, they got a good young team. They got a good young, solid team. I think if Hayward was not injured, they really be on fire.
Dude, that ruined my year.
Yeah, oh man, I know it did. When I seen that too, I'm like, that was a messed up injury. I hope he come back though. You know what I'm saying?
I was working on opening night, and my boss knew that I was a big Celtics fan. He came and like, dude, did you hear about Hayward? And I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, had your heart stop. Like,
yeah, and so I just went on Twitter and saw the video, and like I wanted to vomit.
Yeah,
I almost did.
Yeah, man.
It was
that was messed up, man. Hayward, man, get well soon, bruh.
Yeah,
I like Gordon Hayward. He was balling in Utah, so I was looking forward to seeing him and Kyrie go to work. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
One day. Has there been any Hayward bars yet? I feel like
I ain't heard nobody say nothing. They might have though. I know it was a lot of Paul George bars when he messed his leg up or whatever. So.
Well, we'll save this podcast for after the Diesel battle. So if you want to slip in a Hayward bar,
I might ride one in tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Slip that in there.
Right in there tonight. You know what I'm saying? They told me to break a leg. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me?
There you go. Let's talk about the Av battle.
All right.
So that was the first like. There had been traffic cards before that, but like I feel like this one, the traffic
was major.
That was the one that really felt like URL really came to the West.
That's
you know,
that's a fact.
And so, how do you think the battle went? Because it's still not out yet.
Yeah, I think the battle was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like salute to Av. I felt like he came with 100%, 110%. You know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't take it light or take a day off. He came with his A game. I felt like I came with my A game. And we put on the show, man. For a lot of people that was there, I was hearing people giving us battle of the night, or you know what I'm saying, at least one of it with the battles on the card. That's big to me because there was a lot of heavy hitters on that card.
A lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah, so for us to even be mentioned like that, let me know that, you know what I'm saying, we definitely put on. You feel me? And I feel like all 3 rounds was was close, you know what I'm saying? So it could be a debate for me winning, him winning, like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be mad at somebody saying he won, you know what I'm saying? Because he did his thing, you feel me? I felt like I won. I felt like I took the battle, but definitely I felt like he did above and beyond what he was expected to do, you know what I'm saying? So his fans that rock with him, they gonna kind of, you know what I mean? Like, they gonna be satisfied, and same with the people that rock with me, and I felt like him coming to Cali, he gained some new exposure for people who probably didn't see him before. Even if they watched URL, a lot of people might have not been familiar with him that's from out here traditionally. And for me, battling him, I got some new, you know what I mean, new exposure to different fans who probably would never watch me if I didn't battle them. So definitely I know when it drop, it's going to be, you know what I mean, like, like, you know what I'm saying? People who've been hearing about it, like, yo, I heard they had a fire battle. If y'all didn't get the pay-per-view, you slipping, man. It was fire, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all got to click in and buy that, man. But, yeah, definitely when it come out on YouTube, I think it's going to just enhance, you know what I'm saying, exactly like my stock and his stock and everything, you feel me?
After the ab battle, like, who's next on the list for you?
Man, I'm definitely going at Tech 9, you know what I'm saying, because I think we got this back and forth, Twitter, you know, YouTube, little beef going, and I think the people really want to see it, so I definitely... I got to get that out the way, you know what I'm saying? I can't have nobody thinking that I'm ducking no smoke, playing around. So I definitely see that happening, you feel what I'm saying? And then I kind of want, you know what I mean, anybody. I hear a lot of Shugs and T-Tops and Calicos. You know, I'm not opposed to none of them because I understand the reasoning why they want to see those battles. And I'm fans of them dudes as well, you dig what I'm saying? I actually think them dudes is dope at what they do. So, and that'll be big for me to get those matchups. So any matchups like that, man, dudes who kind of like talk that same lingo that I'm talking, I'll definitely get in the ring. But yeah, next up though, man, I gotta smoke Tech 9. I just get rid of him 30, let him go on and chill on champion and just retire. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on and give it up. Don't want to get back in the ring with no more of these up and comers, man. He gonna be done after me.
So you really want to like demolish?
Yeah, I want to kill him. Like, I don't even want it to be close. No, nothing. Ain't nothing. I want to kill him in the ring. You know what I'm saying? We can shake hands, be cool, all that afterwards. But in the ring, I'm talking about like just he done. I'm talking about everybody that he know and never knew. And all that, man.
You want him to drop like his whole life.
Yeah, give
like,
it up.
Even his real life.
Yeah, give it up on the real.
Change jobs, change career
He might not
paths.
even be on champion. He probably can't even debate a battle after that one. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be done. They ain't gonna trust his judgment. Like, man, you got smoked by Gotti, man. You can't tell me I lost. How you gonna say I lost 2-1? Gotti 3-0 you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Nah, I said it ain't working. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? Jay Black, I need a spot at the table, baby.
Is Jay Black after him?
Yeah,
it's gonna be Tech 9, Jay Black.
Give it all y'all. Y'all done. You know what I'm saying? Nah, shout out them dudes. But yeah, definitely Tech 9 to be a battle that I feel like the storyline is there. So, you know what I mean? And I think battle rap, especially in my career, none of the battles I ever had was somebody that I was really going back and forth with. I'm kind of doing it with Diesel, like right now, just short notice, because we be on Facebook. I'm really cool with him, but he been talking. He like a troller, like he like to talk and make fun, and you know what I'm saying, like sell the fight. So I've been going back and forth with him. So, but usually all the battles, man, from Av to Glue Easy to Stewie Newton, I really don't really talk trash. They really don't, you know what I mean? None of those dudes really was trash talkers either, you know what I'm saying? I think even the trailer for me and Av, where he was like talking trash, he had let me know like he wasn't even, that was a trailer he used for Suge, and they just put it in there for me, like he wasn't even talking about me, like, cause he like, yeah, all you got is 4-bar setups, man. You ain't talking about nothing. I'm listening like, damn, nigga, you talking about 4 bars, that you mean? He said, I don't rap like that, you know what I'm saying? But he like, nah, that wasn't even for you. I knew, like, he did a whole
I'm not
trailer.
from New Jersey. I'm not that big.
Yeah, that's the wrong dude. So yeah, I never really like go back and forth with the dude. So since me and him kind of got that little dialogue going, I definitely want to make that match happen. You feel me?
So do you like it better when people sell the fight a little bit, even if it's kind of fabricated? Or?
I mean, yeah, I feel like every match don't need to be sold. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's just like I say, that's not even all the way my demeanor sometimes. So sometimes there's certain battles like, man, if you ain't into it, you ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're going to come with your material ready, you know what I'm saying, and you're going to really put on a good performance, then do your thing. But at the same time, for those who do it, like I do think it adds to the intrigue of the audience. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, okay, like he talking trash. I want to see now, like, who going to win. You feel me? Like, ooh, like he going crazy like that. So now I kind of add that extra eye on it. You feel me? Like they might have would have just passed it up, but like now, you know, two dudes talking trash in a fight, you gonna see it. Like if they just go to the back by themselves and start fighting, you ain't paying attention. But if you hear him like, man, when you come outside, I'm knocking you out, you're gonna be like, let me go outside and see. You know what I'm saying? So,
maybe I'll just be hanging around there.
Yeah,
like, you know, I'll see what happens.
I'm gonna see what happens. I'm gonna just stand right there and see what's going on.
It'll probably be nothing, but you know,
you feel me? So that's how I approach it with that. Like, you don't have to do it, but if you do, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate those who do it because I can understand why they do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I think Tech 9 do a good job at it, and his other artists like him that they kind of good at selling it. You know what I mean?
Who would be the future matchup that would be like top of the hill for you? Like who would be the most like upper echelon dude where you're like, oh shit?
Man. I mean, of course, somebody like Lux, if I'm going just on some battle rap, the top dude, you know what I'm saying, of all time, somebody like Lux would be.
Would you rather battle Lux or Mook?
I'd probably rather battle Lux, to be honest. You know, no disrespect to you, Mook, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't really seen you doing your thing out here lately, man. You know what I'm saying? You've been kind of quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? I see you jumping online and every now and then and say you ready to get back in the ring, but I just ain't seen you do it, you know what I mean? So definitely it'll probably be Lux if I had to choose, you know what I'm saying? But upper echelon, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm really not opposed to anybody, man. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved to have a chance to battle somebody like Arsenal, you know what I'm saying? Somebody disrespectful like that, because I do that type of stuff in my rounds, you know what I'm saying? That would have been dope. I always hear a lot of people be like, man, I would love to see Geechi versus B-Dot, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my boy, you know what I mean? I fucks with him heavy, you know what I'm saying? But I can understand why people would want to see that. I know that I would have to step my writing up a lot because the way he writes, you know what I'm saying? So matchups like that to where it's like artists that I respect, like Arsenal, because I watched him coming up as a battler, you dig what I'm saying? I'll definitely be into that. Then people that I respect on another level like B-Dots and them, because I think that they really, what they do is amazing, you know what I'm saying? Lux, the way that they write is amazing, so I know those would be tough tasks for me, you know what I mean? Like, it would make me step mines up a lot, so yeah, man. But anybody, man, I ain't ducking no smoke, man.
So, like, when you first started battling, who was, like, who were you watching?
Like I say, Arsenal.
Like
I
Arsenal.
definitely was watching Arsenal. You dig what I'm saying? Man, it was a lot of people I was watching when I first started watching. I mean, I watched it way back. Like when I watched it way back in the day, like before like this URL started, I was watching Serious Jones versus Jen and like the fight clubs with those Solo and all that. I was seeing the Reed Dollars battles and stuff. You know what I mean? So I definitely seen that. But as far as like the URL era and King of the Dots, when it started getting like that kind of more, it was Arsenal was like one of the dudes I watched the most. Sue Surf, you feel what I'm saying? Lux always, I was watching him, but yeah, mostly dudes like that. And then when it came to the West Coast, I was watching Danny Myers and Disaster and Rest in Peace Young B the Future, you know what I'm saying? Like I was watching dudes like that, like dudes on the come up like Dre Vicious and them, like they started maybe a few years before me, so it was able for me to like watch people that I knew eventually I'll be battling too, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. Like I watched a lot of. I used to watch. Once I started watching it, I couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm clicking battles every day. You know what I'm saying? So I done watched so many battles. You know what I'm saying? I know all type of different people, but yeah, those was like the main cats I really peeped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and rest in peace, Young B the Future. Yeah, like I've gone back and watched his battles, and like that dude was he was gonna be something.
Yeah, he was
like,
on his way.
He had so much charisma and performance and everything he was doing.
I was definitely
his whole personality was just like infectious.
Yeah, infectious. You're right. I'm definitely a fan of him. You could just see he was having fun up there. You know what I'm saying? Like he was dope, but at the same time, like he made battle rap fun when you watched it. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him. You know what I mean? Shout out to his family.
What he did is, I think, what a lot of newcomers don't like focus on. Like everyone nowadays just tries to write bars. Yeah. Like everyone has bars now, and no one just like makes it fun. Nah, you know?
Yeah, nobody. No, you're right.
And I was in the crowd for Summer Madness 6, and I thought that was like the most apparent in T-Top versus Av. Yeah. Because Av was like absolutely dope. Like nothing he was saying was bad or anything like that. But he was going against someone who was just like having a ball out there. Like he just made it like so much fun to listen to him. Straight up. That in the building it was just like T-Top just ran away with that. Yeah,
exactly. And a lot of people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can win on camera. And ain't nobody saying that, but the way you make people feel in the building is kind of what gets people to want to see you again. Because if somebody came and saw you live and you rocked out and they remembered you, yeah, even if they watched it on YouTube and felt like the other dude outbarred you, they gonna always be like, nah, but I want to see him again live. I'll pay to go watch him again. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely felt like those people with that, like a T-Top definitely hit a traffic 3 against JC was the same way. JC was coming with bars and stuff, and T-Top kind of just outperformed them, kind of had more like bars that was catered to having the crowd laughing and on his side, like he kind of ran away with it. So yeah, man, like dudes who can do that, man, I salute to them, you feel me? Like I need to put some of that in my material, you feel me?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I'd like to see you clown more people. Just seeing you on Watch and like talking to you now, like you're a funny dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put something in there, man, to bring it out for him real quick.
Especially if you're going when you inevitably battle Tech 9, like Tech 9's a funny dude too. So,
oh yeah, gotta have something for Tech. I got something for him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some jokes for him. I can't let him just clown me up there.
Yeah.
For real.
So who in the LA scene that people might not be aware of is dope?
Young Grizz, he's dope. I think people are starting to get familiar with him. You know what I'm saying? He's been killing it for a while now. He's starting to get bigger looks. He's going to be on that Survivor Series card out in Virginia for URL. I think he's getting more looks. I think Saint is dope. I think now that he's been like moving up the ranks in King of the Dot, people getting more familiar with him. I think Dre Vicious is dope. You know what I'm saying? I think he's been doing it for a while. People kind of hear his name a lot, but some might not be as familiar as they should be. L.I. the Mayor, he represents my camp. He came and did a few watches with me up here. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, if they go back and watch his battles, they'll see, like, he's actually one of those dudes kind of like that, like we say with T-Top, who kind of, his bar is kind of like in the building, like it's almost impossible to beat him because he kind of caters to the crowd, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys, though. Ron Compton, Coffee Brown, one of the doper female MCs, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people coming up, man, that's continuously doing it despite. You know what I mean? It's a lot of names out there, man, that you guys got to just, you know, just, if y'all listening, man, you know, just tap into some of these smaller leagues. They got a lot of talent, man, from the Riot to LABG, the West Coast Elites to A-Hat, you feel what I'm saying? Casual Conflicts, I Evolve, they kind of, Shots Fired, you feel me? K Philosophy is another dude that's dope, him and Max Taylor. They doing their thing out in San Diego. That's the league where I battled Thesaurus and Manflex on, so salute to them. They definitely got some nice little rappers over there that's doing their thing, like YD and Sabanic that's coming up. So, yeah, man, like it's a lot of talent out here that's coming up, and I think as the time goes on with them and they get bigger platforms and, you know what I mean, bigger opportunities, people will be able to take notice. It's a grind, though, you feel me? So, yeah, it don't happen overnight, but they continue to stick with it. A lot of these names people are going to be hearing about if they haven't heard about them.
Yeah. You battling Thesaurus and Madflex is interesting. That seems like not your
typical battle.
Yeah, not your typical battle. Yeah. Do you go into those like preparing differently, or you're just like, whoever's in front of me, I'm gonna prepare for whoever in front of me, but yeah, I prepare a little bit differently because like they styles kind of different than the people that I normally battled. You know what I'm saying? Like it was different preparing for Thesaurus than it was for Madflex. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like they different. You know what I'm saying? So Thesaurus being that he was a legend too. You feel me? Like I definitely, and I respect him. So like I wasn't trying to come off, you know what I'm saying, as if I don't fuck with him. There's no beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? I never know it's a battle, but I had a good rapport with him before the battle, you know what I'm saying? Like, show love. So it'd be tough sometimes when you like genuinely cool with some of these cats, you know what I'm saying? Or some be like, man, I'm finna call him a bitch and all type of shit. Feel kind of bad, cuz, you know what I'm saying? You're to call him a bitch right out the gate, too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So I'm like, man, let's get it going. So, but it definitely be kind of different, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes I just want to, like you say, put different stuff in my material to kind of cater to what they do and kind of combat what they do a little bit as well. You know what I'm saying? Not try to get on their level and do what they do or take away everything I do, but show like that I got a little bit, I'm kind of diverse with my material. You know what I'm saying? That I can kind of react to anybody, you know what I'm saying, in that ring. So yeah, definitely. And those two of my favorite battles, even the Reverse Live battle on Ruin Your Day, you know, that was kind of different. A lot of my people like, I never think it was dope. You know what I'm saying? When they watch it back, it's like, yo, man, it came out, you know what I'm saying, like better than I expected. So yeah, I definitely like enjoy taking battles with style clashes, you know what I'm saying, like to where it's not necessarily somebody that they feel is finna talk against the shit or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, the whole 3 rounds with me, you feel me? They kind of just rapping with me, you feel me? So it kind of helps me just, let me just rap with them. Now y'all can hear what I'm saying instead of just getting lost in the part of my 3rd round. Y'all paying attention to all 3 because I usually against different people, sometimes I won't even put that type of material in there, you know what I'm saying? I'll just try to come back to back with the punches, throw some schemes in there, stuff like that. So yeah, it's kind of different preparing, but I like it though.
So we've learned that you love Harry Potter.
Yeah, man. Harry, what up?
From the watch the other day,
Hermione.
You went with the SpongeBob theme song.
Come on, man. Let's go, SpongeBob, man. Let's go, man. Y'all ready?
All right, go Geechi. Drop on the deck and flop like a fish. Ready? SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Nice. That was a good spin. Okay, let's go. This is probably a lot of people want this one. We got.
I see how I did that.
What's something that if someone watched your battles, they would be very surprised to hear about you?
Let's see, man.
Because there seem to be a lot of surprises so far.
Yeah, they didn't know I liked SpongeBob. They didn't know I liked Harry Potter. Let me see, man. It's a lot like me. To this day, like I'm grown, man, and I still can watch a cartoon and be interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know
Some
what?
People probably wouldn't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
I've gone back and watched the cartoons that I watched growing up, and there's a lot of jokes for like the parents that are watching.
That's watching it now that you watch it now. Yeah, like as a kid growing up, Doug
especially
was like
in the
my
90s.
favorite.
Like, Rocko's Modern Life is pretty like out there.
Yeah, you feel me? Like those kind of
cartoons.
cartoons though. Now as you older, I can still watch them. Like so, I grew up into that. People probably don't know I like wrestling coming up. You dig what I'm saying? I was a huge wrestling fan. You dig what I'm saying?
I feel like I missed out on wrestling just from watching battle rap. It seems like wrestling is such like a everyone seems to know it.
Yeah,
and I feel left out. I feel left by the wayside because I never watched wrestling.
Nah, you never watched wrestling?
Never.
Whoa, now that's kind of different. Now,
yeah.
I grew up off of wrestling. You dig what I'm saying? Now I can't watch it. It's like, I don't know, I really peep it now. But as a kid, yeah, I was watching that all the time, man. What, man? The Rock, Bret Hart,
the new
Stone
stuff's
Cold.
fake.
Yeah, like I was into that. I couldn't stop watching it. You know what I'm saying? On the real.
Yeah. Who was your favorite wrestler and why?
That's like a 2-part question because it started off, it was Bret Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why?
Because what was his storyline?
His storyline to me, I think he came from a wrestling family background. It was true though, like as far as people know, Stu Hart and all that, like they was from Canada, you know what I'm saying, Canadians, and they kind of had like a real deep wrestling background. Like people used to hear about them, Owen Hart and all them, like they had a whole lot of real wrestling going on, like, and I always thought he was really dope, like as a wrestler, like as watching, I'm like, yo, this dude good, you know what I'm saying? Like other dudes, they had little storylines and characters, but to me, he was, you know, as I got older, I'm looking like, damn, I was liking this dude used to wear pink fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? And Lizzie kind of looked kind of weird, but you know what I'm saying? As a kid, I wouldn't
see what they do for views.
Yeah, like come on, man. But nah, as now I'm like looking at it like that. But back then it was him. Then I started liking The Rock. You feel me? The Rock started being one of my favorite characters. Stone Cold too. You feel me? The Rock, Stone Cold, maybe Bret Hart might have been some of my favorites. Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? Like I was into wrestling, man. So I used to have my mama like, man, buy me these little characters. I'm in the house slamming them and doing all type of stuff all day. You know what I'm saying? Me and my cousins practicing moves on each other. I remember putting my cousin to sleep doing a pedigree one time. So
what is the pedigree?
What's the pedigree? Triple H, man, for people listening, man. If y'all know what the pedigree is.
They probably know. I don't.
I did that to my cousin. We practiced wrestling moves on each other. I think he chose to do like a move to me, like, and it didn't hurt that bad. He probably like tried like a choke slam or something, like, you feel me? And it was like whatever, like, all right, he hurt it a little bit, but it's my turn. So the pedigree, like I had to literally hold him like this and then and lift him up and drop him like on his face, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And he was knocked out, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like he was knocked out. Like my mama, my auntie wasn't there. I didn't know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I really put him to bed off of pedigree. So I was scared as a mug. We kids. Like I'm like, what the fuck, man? Wake up, man. Please. I hope he ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? When he got up, he was all right. You know what I'm saying? I think he was trying to really fight after that. I got on like, nah, man. He said it's my big cousin on the real, man.
So is there a parallel universe? Do you believe in parallel universes?
I think yeah, I knew you was gonna do that, right? You know what I'm saying? So I had to like try to wait and give it time. But parallel universe, I don't know, man, because I done been on the show a few times and I'm starting to believe it now, man. I think me and ILLMAC and we be having all type of parallels and inceptions going on.
You guys might have opened one. Yeah, you guys might have opened a wormhole.
We might be in it, like right now. He might just pop up somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So
do you think there's a parallel universe where you pursued wrestling instead of battle rap?
Yeah, it might be, man. It might be. Mm-hmm. It could be. That's possible. I'm telling you, because when I was a kid, we was doing that, man. We be having backyard wrestling and all that, man. Everybody on the block, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be out there doing moves on each other, you know what I'm saying? And we was loving it. Like I probably as a kid, I remember going to school with the championship belts and all that with my homies. Like, man, we, you know what I'm saying, get to doing all type of shit. But yeah, man, that's dope, man. That's crazy though, on the real, for real, on the real.
So recently on Ruin Your Day, they had the benefit show for you. and they raised over $1,000, which is fucking incredible.
Man, incredible. You know? Salute, man. Salute. Thank you. Appreciate everybody that sent anything. Like I say, humbly from my heart, man, sincerely, I really thank you. I appreciate it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it meant a lot to even, like I say, from ILLMAC, if it was $1, just a genuine, whatever you sent to send that and you didn't have to, it meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? For real, and that's honest.
Yeah, and that stuff's like great to see in battle rap, because especially like in the past couple weeks, there's been all this like negative exposure, like all this kind of bullshit that is kind of for the birds.
Yeah, to see that something good still going on without all the nonsense. A thread of
good,
straight up.
And I know a lot of people on Twitter have been asking how, if they missed the stream, to donate. So where would they go? Yeah,
well, basically, you know, so I turn myself in for people wondering, man, January the 22nd. So a lot of times, people that's been asking, my girls, most likely, some of my family members, they gonna have control of my social media. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely make sure they be in control of my social media. So the moment when I'm inside, you dig what I'm saying, and I have a booking name, a booking number, and a housing, and all that, I'm gonna have them posted immediately, you know what I'm saying? So that way, if people want to send letters, they'll definitely know my name and address and how to send letters, and then they will be able to know how to send the money, because they can type into the internet, you know what I mean, and follow, you know, I'll definitely post it to where they can do it directly, you know what I'm saying? They can see where their money's going and how it's going. But if they want to do it before then, like, you can always reach out to me. I have a Cash App, you know what I'm saying? But any money that's going to me, I'm putting it in my bank account. Well, I don't have a bank account. I'm putting it in my girl bank account so she can send it to me while I'm in there anyway. You dig what I'm saying? Like, and just like that. So, but if you definitely wait till the 22nd, and I'll be in there, man. It's not no game. It's not a hoax to get no extra money. You gonna see my name with a booking number next to it. It's gonna say the jail that I'm in and exactly how to send it, man. I don't think they do JPays and all that in the county jail, so it will most likely be some type of little commissary setup way. I don't know how they do it in the county that they're gonna send me to, so I couldn't tell you right this moment. But once I'm in there, it'll be posted over my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram, exactly how to reach out to me. You know what I mean? If you wanna, like I say, don't even wanna send money, if you just wanna send a letter or something, my address will be there.
Word. And definitely, even if you just want to send a letter or write anything, just the positivity needs to be brought back to battle rap a little bit. Yes. So it's a good way to do it. And Geechi has been a great. He's on Rooney Day all the time. Yeah. He's on the watches. He's a good friend of the channel.
Oh, so yeah, man, most definitely. These my guys, man.
Yeah, so definitely look into it. And Geechi, thank you so much for joining us.
Appreciate you, man.
And